Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we will continue with the Damodarastakam today. We'll just practice the first verse, and I think that's about how far we have got. I don't.
Yes.
Have we done the second one? I think we have. Have we?
No, I think we said we just leave it to this week. So.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I faintly recall discussing this, but anyway, no problem. We'll do it again.
Yeah, I think it's worth doing again.
Yeah, of course it is. Right. So, Surendra Prabhu, I'm not sure if you were there when we were doing the first verse.
No, I
Of course
think
you would know,
I wasn't
but you must be
around.
familiar
Yeah.
with the. You must be
Huh?
familiar with the stotram anyway, the Damodarastakam anyway.
Yeah.
Of course, all devotees, almost all devotees would be. Right. Okay. Right. So the first verse of the Damodarastakam, I hope the text is large enough.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, let me know if you want to zoom in a little more.
No.
Do you want me to?
It's good.
It's
yeah.
okay. Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
I think it's getting a little bit out of the screen, especially the
Image.
Yeah, that's because I have zoomed in 200%.
yes, yes, I saw that 200%. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
this is
Yeah, I
fine.
think this
Yeah,
is
yes,
better.
this
Yeah.
is-
Right. So the first verse, essentially, we begin by offering our obeisances, by doing namaskar, by bowing down to that Supreme Lord, that divine form of the Supreme Lord, who has so beautifully, so magnificently manifested himself, presented himself in the village of Gokula, the very embodiment of eternal truth, knowledge, and bliss, who is performing his divine leelas as the child of Mother Yashoda, who gets caught by his mother in the act of stealing butter and curds from the pots that she has left hanging from the ceiling by ropes. And the moment he sees her, he jumps down from the wooden grinding mortar on which he's standing and tries to run away from the scene, but his mother is way ahead of him and she catches up to him in no time. So that's essentially what's described in the first verse. So let's go through the words one by one, and then we will recite the verse a few times for practice. Namami
Namami
Ishwaram
Ishwaram
Satchidananda Roopam
Sachitananda Roopam
Lasat Kundalam
Lasat Kundalam
Gokule
Gokule
Bhrajamanam
Rajamanam
Yashoda
Yashoda
Bhiyolukhalad
Bhyolukhalat
Dhavamanam
Dhavamanam
Paramrishtam
Paramristam
Atyantato
Atyantato
Drutya
Durtya
Gopya.
Gopya.
So Namami Ishwaram, meaning I bow down to the Supreme Lord. Satchidananda Rupam, the very essence of uh, eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Lasat Kundalam. Kundalam meaning earrings, and Lasat Kundalam meaning the earrings also swing back and forth whenever he moves around, whenever he runs or walks. Gokule Bhrajamanam, meaning he has manifested himself in the village of Gokula as a divine child. Yashoda, of course, referring to Mother Yashoda. The word Bhiya means fear. So because he's scared now, he's seen his mother has caught him in the act, so he doesn't want to get punished by her. So the word Bhiya indicates the fear that he appears to uh, have on his face and in his eyes and in his heart when he sees Mother Yashoda. Ulukhala refers to the wooden mortar uh, which was used for pounding cereals and separate and pounding uh, rice and other grains. And dhava manam meaning he ran away. He attempted to run away from the scene when he caught sight of Mother Yashoda. The word paramrishtam, as you can see in the section where they have the meanings here, it's actually para amrishtam, meaning she caught him by the back of his neck. She caught him by the back. She was pursuing him. And atyan, ati always means more in Sanskrit. So atyam meaning very much. And tatam dritya, the word tatam dritya, as you can see in that section, means uh, tata means very quickly or very fast. So in the Indian railways, the tatkal tickets that you can book. So what does that mean? Kal meaning time, and tatkal meaning almost immediately, right? It's an
Yes.
emergency sort of ticket that you book when you don't have time to reserve it in advance. So that meaning at that very moment or nearly instant. So very fast, essentially. And
Interesting. Good.
so she was quick. The Lord thought he could get away, but then she was way quicker. She was his mother after all. So she was way quicker than he was, and she caught up to him very quickly. And Gopya, of course, referring to Mother Yashoda. Even Mother Yashoda was a Gopi, along with the other women of the community in the village. So the word Gopya refers to Yashoda Mata, who's a Gopi. So let's repeat the words again. Namami Ishwaram
Namami Ishwaram
Satchidananda Rupam
Sachitananda Rupam
Lasat Kundalam
Lasat Kundalam
Gokule
Gokule
Bhrajamanam
Rajamanam
Yashoda
Yashoda
Bhiyolukhalad
Biyolokalat
Dhavamanam
Dhavamanam
Paramrishtam
Paramrishtam
Atyantato
Atyantato
Drutya
Dhritya
Gopya.
Gopya.
And by the way, Namami Ishwaram, I'm only splitting it up because I've sort of got used to splitting up words for the ease of understanding. But saying it, pronouncing it as Namam Ishwaram is completely correct.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can pronounce it as a single word, not a problem at all. Okay. Would any of you like to? And by the way, we are just reciting the words or we are just reading out the words now for the sake of practice. But you are most welcome to, if you want to sing it in a particular tune, or if you're familiar with a tune that you're used to singing, then by all means, please. So, would any of you like to give this a try?
Namamishwaram Sachedanandarupam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashodabiyalu Kaladavamanam Paramasramadhyanta Todutya Gopya.
Wonderful, wonderful. Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can I try?
Of course, Prabhuji. Yes, please.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashodabhiyorukaladhavamanam Paramristam Atyantato Drutya Gopya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Can I try?
Yes, of course, Mataji. Yes, please.
Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Prajamanam Yashodaliyo Lukaladadhavamanam Paramrastamatyam Tattudrutya Gopya.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Namami Ishwaram Sachitanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brijamanman Yashodabhyo Lokalad Dvamanam Parmaristam Atyanto Drutya Gopya
Paramrishtam
Paramristam Atyanto Drutya Gopya
Atyantato
Atyantato
Drit.
Drutya Gopya.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How do you, can you say Paramushtamatyam in Sanskrit? Or what I did was correct.
Paramrishtam
Atyam.
Atyantato.
So it's Atyam, not Paramushtamatyam.
No, they are two separate words. So Paramrishtam is one. I know they have written it in that way. The print,
Okay.
the Devanagari print. I understand what you're trying
Yes.
to point out, and I totally get that. But Paramrishtam is one, and Atyam Tato. So actually, yeah, Paramrishtam is a word by itself, and
Yeah.
technically each of them, they are all separate words, but when you recite them in a flow, they all come like one after the other. There's no clear way where you there's no clear way of marking like, oh, this is where I'm going to stop. But technically speaking, yes, Paramrishtam is one word, and then all the other words after that. So Paramritam Atyantato Dritya Gopya. So Atyantato is they come together. Why? Because let me explain. So when Uran after him very quickly. Okay. So you see the words, the word atyam meaning very much, and the word tatam, the words tata dritya,
Yes.
meaning that she chased after him very quickly. They are similar in meaning, so it makes sense to group them together.
Yeah.
And Param is different. It refers to Mother Yashoda catching the Lord by his back. Yeah, so it's a different word.
Okay. Now, can I request you to recite the whole in Sanskrit, please?
Yeah. Do you want me to sing it or?
Sing it. Yes. Sing it. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
नमामितरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमानं यशोदाभियोलोकनाथावमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या.
Very nice.
Wow. Wonderful.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, the next verse. I will shift the text a little. Yeah, this is okay. So now this verse describes the Lord's reaction after being caught by his mother now. So now the verse itself begins with the word rudantam, which means to cry. Now, to his mother, he is a child. Of course, he is the Lord of the universe. He is the Lord of everything, every single thing in the universe. But to his mother, he's a child. So now he's been caught by Mother Yashoda. He sees that she has a stick in his hand, ready to punish him. And now he's scared. Now he's starting to cry. And he is rubbing his eyes again and again with his two little hands. And his eyes are filled with fear. He is not sure what Mother Yashoda is going to do. Oh, how is she going to punish me? What is she going to do to me now? And then his breath has quickened. He's breathing faster because of the fear, and he's shaking and crying. And but even though it appears that the Lord was eventually bound or tied up by the ropes that his mother uh, tied around his waist, it was not the ropes that bound him, but the love of his mother that bound him to uh, the mortar. And to that, Lord Sri Damodara, I bow down my head very humbly. I offer my humble obeisances. So, going over the words one by one, Rudantam meaning crying, the word Muhu meaning again and again or repeatedly, Netra Yugmam, Netra meaning eyes, Yugmam meaning both. So two eyes, right? So Netra Yugmam. And the next word, Mrijantam, the last word in that first line. Mrijantam means to rub, rubbing the eyes with his tiny little hands. Karam Bhoja Yugmena. So Yugmena, you see that word. There was Yugmam in the first line and there is Yugmena in the second line. They both indicate the same thing. A pair. Things that always come in pairs. So eyes, always a pair of eyes, a pair of hands, a pair of legs. They always occur in twos. So Yugmena meaning two. Kara meaning hands. The word Ambhoja meaning lotus, indicating lotus. So his lotus, two lotus-like hands. Karambhoja Yugmena meaning his two lotus-like hands. The word Satanka Netram can be broken up into Sa Atanka Netram. Netram meaning again eyes. Atanka meaning fear, panic, a feeling of panic. So Sa Atanka Netram meaning eyes filled with panic or fear. And the word muhu is repeated again in the third line. Muhu shwasa kampa. So kampa meaning shaky, shakiness, and shwasa meaning breath, and muhu meaning again and again. So his breaths came very quickly, one after the other. He was breathing very hard because he had been running from his mother, wasn't he? Hadn't he? And now he is caught and he's afraid of thinking of what his mother is going to do. And the next word, Trirekhanka Kantha. So his Kantha meaning neck, The word tri meaning the number 3. Rekha meaning line, a straight line. So Rekhanka meaning something that is marked with lines. So in this context, according to the description given here, it says that the Lord's neck was marked with 3 lines. So like on the back of a conch shell, you have the line markings. So similarly, his neck is compared to the beauty of a nice, a good, a very good conch shell. His neck is described as similar to a conch shell. So it is marked with 3 lines. Sthita graiva. So griva meaning the neck again. So graiva meaning around the neck. Okay, or on the neck. So sthita means to be located or to be situated. So what does one wear around the neck? You wear garlands, you wear necklaces, you wear chains, or any other neck ornaments. So here the Lord is also described as wearing pearl necklaces and a lot of other neck ornaments. Damodaram, the meaning of the word Damodaram. Dama meaning rope, Udara meaning belly or stomach. So because tied the rope around the Lord's waist or around the Lord's belly, that is how she tied him up to the mortar. That is how he got the name Damodara. Dama meaning rope plus Udara meaning belly or stomach, giving him the name Damodara. And the last 2 words are very significant. Bhakti Baddham. So bhakti, of course, meaning devotion. Baddham meaning to be bound by. So the Lord was bound not by the ropes, not by the physical force, but by his mother's devotion, by his mother's love. Devotion is the only thing that binds the Lord. Nothing else can limit him. So let's try going over the words again. Rudantam,
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 Muhur Netra Yugmam,
Mohor
Netra
Netra Yugmam,
Yugmam,
Mrijantam,
Mirjantam,
Rudantam,
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 Muhur Netra Yugmam,
Mohor Netra Yugma,
Yugmam,
Mrijantam,
Rudantam,
Mirjantam,
Karambhoja,
Karambhoja,
Yugmena,
Yugmena,
Satanka Netram,
Tatanka Netram,
Karambhoja,
Karambhoja,
Yugmena,
Yugmena,
Satanka
Satanka,
Netram,
Netram,
Muhu Shwasakampa,
Muhul Swasa Kampa,
Trirekhanga,
Rekhanka,
Khanga,
Kantham,
Kantham,
Muhu Shwasakampa,
Moho Swasa Kampa,
Kampa,
Trirekhanka,
Trirekhanka,
Triyekamta,
Kantham,
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 sorry, it's not Kantham, it's just Kantha. I apologize.
Yes,
Trirekhanka Kantha.
Kantha,
Trirekhanka, Kantha,
Perfect. Sthita Graiva,
Sthita Graiva,
Graiva,
Damodaram,
Damodaram,
Bhakti Baddham.
Bhakti Baddham,
Sthita Graiva,
Sthitagraiva
Damodaram
Damodaram
Bhakti Buddham
Bhakti Buddham
Rudantam
Rudantam
Muhur Netra Yugmam
Mohor Netra Yugmam
Rijantam
Vijantam
Karambhoja
Parambhoja
Yugmena
Nirvigna
Netram
Satantam Netram
Swasa
Musvasa Kampa
Trirekhanka
Trirekhanka
Kantha
Kantha
Sthita Graiva
Sthitagraiva
Damodaram
Damodaram
Bhakti Baddham.
Bhakti Baddham
Mataji, is it Strita Greva or Strita Grevam?
Good question.
I'm
So
reading, I'm looking at the translation.
So the English translation says Graivam,
Mm.
but the Devanagari script and the meanings, the synonyms that they have provided below the translation, they say Graiva. So
Okay,
I think I'll go with the majority.
okay, that's
Dan,
fine.
you want with some hummus?
What is that for dinner?
Yeah, I'm going to make some chana. So. You
What
want
the chana, man?
Okay. So would you like to try, or do you want to go over the words again?
Can you sing, please?
Okay. But then, I'll just sing it once and then we'll practice
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
Rudantam muhurnetrayugmam mrijantam karambhojayugmena satankanetram muhushvasakampa स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्.
So sweet.
Hare Krishna.
Rudantam munetra yugamajantam. Yes, you're doing a little different style, aren't you? Very good. Rudantam muhune. No. How do we normally do it? Ramamishwa. Rudam tamuhunetra yugmamajantam karamboja yugmena satankanetram muswasakam patri rekanka kanta sita gayam damodaram bhaktivadam. Sorry, Shruti, this tune is the one that we sing during the month of Damodar. It's just easier.
Whatever, as long as you get the words right, not a problem at all.
Thank you.
Can I try?
Of course.
Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rujantam karamboja yugmena satankanetram muhushvasakampa trirekhanka kantha stita griva damo daram bhaktibaddham.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, can I try?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Rudantamuhurnetra yugmam rijantam karamboja yugmena satankanetram muhuswasakam patrirekhanka kantha Sthita graivam damodaram bhaktivadham. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Uh,
Can I try?
yes,
Okay.
Mataji, please.
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रा युग्मं मृजन्तं करम्बोजायुग्मेन सतन्कनेत्रं मुहुस्वासकम्पात्रिरे कनककन्ता स्थिताग्रीवं दामोदरं भक्तिपदम्.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्र युग्मं मृजन्तं कर्मभोजा युग्मेन सतङ्का नेत्रं मुहुस्वासाकम्पा त्रिरेखाङ्का कान्ता शिथाग्राव्यं दामोदरं भक्तिबन्धम्
Sthita Graiva
शिथाग्रैवं
Damodaram Bhakti Bandham.
दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shruti. Hare Krishna.
Okay, wonderful. So that's one more verse done. Very good. Let's see what the third verse is. Okay. So, let me see. Okay. So the first words of the third verse, iti drik. So it is actually iti idrik. So together it becomes iti drik, meaning in this manner or in this way. And drik means to show or to display. So iti drik means to show or to display in this manner. Swalila, Swalila meaning the Lord's own leelas or the Lord's own pastimes. Swa meaning his own and Leela meaning his pastimes. Ananda Kunde. So Kunda meaning pool or a pond and Ananda meaning joy or bliss. So Ananda Kunde meaning a pond or a pool of bliss. The next word, Swaghosha. So Swaghosha meaning all his own, all his near and dear ones. So not only his own family, but also the other residents of Gokula, the gopis and the gopas, all his friends and his friends' parents, their families. They were all his own. Weren't they? They were all one big family. The universe is his family. So Swaghosha meaning indicating his own family and the other residents of the village of Gokula. Nimajjantam meaning to immerse or to drown. And the next word is the Devanagari is wrong, not printed correctly for those who read the Sanskrit text. That particular word has not been displayed correctly. It's Akhyapayantam. So Akhyapayantam means to declare or to make known to everybody. And the next word is tadiya. It's a component. It's a compound of three words. So tadiya plus ishita plus nyeshu. So nyeshu means to know or to have knowledge of something. And Ishita means to have the desire to know something or to have the desire to gain knowledge of something. The word Ishita indicates the desire. Tadiya meaning Tad indicating the Lord. So Tadiya, I believe it refers to the Lord's glory or the Lord's splendor or Aishwarya as it is called in Sanskrit. It's written there in the parentheses. So the word the words tadiyeshita neshu. So it is tadiya plus ishita becoming tadiyeshita neshu bhaktair jitatvam. So bhaktair indicating the devotees, bhaktai, and jitatvam means to be conquered by or to be won over by. So he is conquered by his devotees who are devoid of any negative tendencies or any negative influences or any negative emotions. Just pure devotion. That's all. That's what conquers even the Lord. And the last line, puna, meaning again and again or repeatedly. Premata, premata meaning with love, with bhakti, with devotion. Tam meaning unto that Lord. So unto the Lord Damodara. Shatavritti. So Shata meaning 100. Avritti means repeating. So avartana in Sanskrit means to repeat something or to do something again and again. So Shata Avritti means to do it 100 times, or not literally 100, but what do I say? And hundreds and hundreds of times. Like it's not enough. So Shata plus Avritti becoming Shatavritti. Vande meaning I salute, I praise that divine Lord Damodara. So essentially, the verse means, so by exhibiting or by displaying his childhood leelas or divine pastimes, he is literally, and figuratively, he's drowning his family and the inhabitants of the village of Gokula in pools of ecstasy. They are so consumed by that divine joy and bliss. That's all they can feel, and that's all they can experience when they see the Lord performing his divine leelas. And to such pure devotees who are so completely absorbed in his opulence, who are so completely absorbed in the Lord that the Lord is all that they can think of, the Lord is all that they can feel and experience, and he is only conquered by these devotees whose love is pure, whose devotion is steady, and who see him as their everything. Just love, just devotion, nothing else. No what do I say? No there's nothing to taint that love or to um how to say, I don't know how to put it. So essentially it's just pure love that uh, enables even a devotee to conquer the Lord.
Because they don't
And
want anything back in return at all. And that is what conquers the Lord. That the Lord wants to give, but the devotee says, no, my dear Lord, I don't want anything from you. I'm just want to serve you. I just want to love you. Nothing back in return. So that conquers the Lord, because the competition starts. The Lord wants to do something for the devotee is doing for the Lord, and he won't accept. So that conquers the Lord, because he just can't, he just cannot persuade the devotee to take anything. And that really wins the Lord's heart. Then he gives himself completely.
beautiful. So yes. So let's try saying the words one by one. Iti drik
Iti druk
Iti drik
swalilabhir
swalila
tava leelabhir
ananda kunde
ananda kunde
swaghosham
swagosham
nimajjantam
nimajjantam
akhyapayantam
akhyapayantam
tadiyeshita
adiyeshita
neshu.
neshu
It's actually how you would pronounce the word nyan or
nan, yeah, ne, yeah,
in Hindi.
neshu.
So it comes, that is the root. So this is just a different form of uh, that word jnana. So how you pronounce a letter near, it's a little tricky, but that's the same way you would pronounce this word as well. Tadiyeshita
Tadiyeshita
bhaktirjitam
neshu
neshu
nishu
bhaktai
bhakti
bhaktir
tatvam
chitatvam
jivatam
jitatvam
jitatvam
Puna
puna
prematattam
prematatam
sapavritti vande.
satavirti vande
Prematas
Sorry,
puna prematas
puna prematas
tam shatavritti vande.
tam shatavirti vande
iti druk
tidrik
Swalilabhir
swalilabhir
ananda kunde
ananda kunde
swaghosha
swagosham
nimajjantam
nimanjantam
akhyapayantam
akhyapayantam
tadiyeshita
tadi eshita
neshu
neshu
jenu neshu
bhaktai
bhaktir
jitatvam
jitatvam
prematas
puna prematas
tam shatavritti vande.
tam shatavirti vande.
Would any of you like to try?
Iti dikshwalilabhirananda kunde swagosham nimajantam akhyapayantam tadiyesitagneshu bhakte chitatvam puna prematastam satavriti vande.
Thanks, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Can I go?
Yes, please.
Iti druka swalila pirananda kunde swagosham nimajjantam akhyapayantam tadiyagneshu bhakti chitatvam puna prematastam satavruti vande.
Very good, Mr. Hari. Thank you so much. Hare
Hey
Krishna.
Krishna, can I try?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, please.
Iti drikswalilabhir ananda kunde swaghosham nimajantam akhyapayantam tadiyesitaneshu bhaktarjitatvam puna prematastam satavriti vande. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Thank you.
Bol Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Iti draksava bhalahir ananda kunde savagosham nimajantam akhi apya
Akhyapayantam.
akhyapayantam tadye neshu bhaktir jitatvam punha prematas tam satvirti vande shatravitti vande
Shatavritti.
shatavriti vande.
Can I have try my testing? Iti drikswalila bir ananda kunde Swagosham nimajaitam akyapayantam tadiyeshitanishu bhakti jitatvam puna prema tastam shatavriti vande.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. I think that's everyone.
That's really good. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
so much,
Shruti.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really
Hare
good.
Krishna.
We'll carry on
Hare
next Thursday, hopefully. So thank you.
Thank you, everybody.